A hush is sweeping through Alberta's building scene, hinting at almost magical homes that claim to slash energy bills to near zero while wrapping you in the highest comfort imaginable. Sounds impossible, right? Some folks say it's just a marketing gimmick, but what if these net zero and LEED-based approaches are legit? And overlooking them means bloated bills and a house that already feels behind the curve. Hi, I'm Luke McLaren with MasterCraft Renovations. And here in Calgary, we've helped many families in the last year shape their houses into forever homes. Now, let's dive into how you can join this new wave of eco-luxe living. Over the next 10 minutes or so, we'll tackle net zero design, LEED standards, and robust, high-efficiency HVAC systems that can dance circles around Calgary's bitter winters. We'll talk about how these measures align with values around cost saving, environmental care, and truly genuine comfort. Because no one wants to brag about a fancy place that hemorrhages money just to stay warm. Let's shine light on the central issue. Standard construction in Alberta often devours energy at a troubling rate. The wild temperature swings push older HVAC systems to their breaking point, pumping your monthly bills sky high. The Canadian Energy Efficiency Alliance, hard to get those words out, noted that typical homes in this region can see 30% higher heating expenses than houses in gentler climates. Throw in a taste for heated floors or a broad kitchen layout with multiple appliances, and that furnace might run all day. Then the frustration sets in. You realize that while you enjoy certain creature comforts, there's a moral and financial tension. You might not want to keep hemorrhaging funds for energy, nor do you want to feel like you're wrecking the environment. There's that sense that maybe you're a little behind the times, especially as you read about net zero homes that claim to supply their own energy. In 2023, a poll by the Alberta Conservative Home Council stated that almost 2/3 of respondents back high energy efficient home builds as long as it doesn't mean losing style or function. So the appetite is there. Now for the shining alternative, net zero design plus LEED considerations. Net zero basically means your house produces, often via solar, as much energy as it uses over a year. Think advanced insulation, triple pane windows, airtight construction, and well-planned solar arrays. LEED, L-E-E-D, is a rigorous points-based system that ensures a home meets top-tier green benchmarks. Critics might say net zero requires huge upfront spending, but as the Canada Green Building Council found, those costs keep dropping as the technology matures. Meanwhile, these homes can cut monthly utility bills by half or more compared to older buildings. In real-world terms, you've got local examples of families living in a near futuristic comfort. One family near the outskirts of Calgary boasted a home that maintained 22 degrees Celsius indoors with minimal furnace time during an extreme cold snap, thanks to a perfectly sealed envelope and a well-sized solar array. They described a steady warmth free of the usual blast of hot, then cold, that plague typical homes. That stable environment alone can sway the doubters. No more chasing the thermostat up and down. LEED standards, on the other hand, expand beyond just energy, covering materials, water, efficiency, and air quality. So if you embrace LEED, you're systematically checking every corner of your house for ways to upgrade. Yes, it can cost more upfront, but RBC Economics concluded that high-efficiency homes, especially in harsh climates, often see a strong resale bump. You're investing for the future. You're offering future buyers a legacy of low operating costs and a sense they're stepping into something advanced yet responsible. If you're skittish about losing your favorite amenities like that massive soaker tub or in-floor radiant heating, fear not. These advanced designs typically handle them better. With net zero, your building envelope is so efficient that you have capacity for indulgences. If solar panels offset your usage, cranking that heated floor doesn't spike your bill like in a leaky home. By laying in modern HVAC, you don't have a dinosaur furnace roaring all winter. You've got a smooth, consistent system that quietly does its job. Let's look at costs. For a net zero or LEED-based home, you might be looking at 5 to 15% more in construction expense compared with a basic house. That might sting at first, but watch how energy bills plummet. Over a 15-year mortgage, that's a pile of saved cash. And to that, add the intangible perks: a more comfortable environment, no guilt about running the heat or AC, plus a property that stands out if you ever sell. RBC's 2024 Alberta Housing Report found that eco-luxury homes maintain higher value in shaky markets, partly because families want that stability. Think about intangible benefits. You come home to a place that feels stable. Outside the wind howls, but you're inside a bubble of calm. No more drafts or jarring temperature dips between rooms. If you also incorporate green materials like FSC certified wood or regionally sourced stone, your carbon footprint shrinks further. This synergy between comfort and style and responsibility resonates with a big chunk of today's buyers and homeowners. Maybe you're kind of unsure about going all in. You don't have to be. You can add net zero elements in phases, like installing solar panels to offset some electricity, or upgrading windows and insulation as you remodel. Another route is a high efficiency furnace or a heat pump if you don't already have one. Air source heat pumps historically struggle in frigid conditions, but the latest models handle sub-zero temps even better than expected. A friend of mine near Banff swapped in a cold climate heat pump last year and saw his gas usage drop to a fraction of what it used to be. All right, but what about the aesthetic side? Some imagine net zero or LEED bills must look strange with a huge solar array or unusual shapes. While design does often factor in orientation to capture sunlight, you can still craft a home that looks stylish. Panels can be integrated into the roofline. High efficiency windows come in various sizes and frames, so you can keep that beautiful panoramic view of the Rockies if you like. A top tier green building can appear just as luxurious as anything else in the market. Often, quite frankly, even more so, because the materials themselves are top shelf. A homeowner in southwestern Calgary installed a roof with integrated solar shingles. Guests barely even noticed them. Meanwhile, that system quietly generates enough energy to zero out the monthly electrical bill for most of the year. On top of that, the house embraces a soft, contemporary style with large windows, a spacious kitchen, and radiant floors. That's the hidden advantage. You're not sacrificing your design dreams. You're simply letting technology under the hood do all the heavy lifting. Then there's the alignment with conservative values. Typically, being conservative includes financial prudence, self-reliance, and caring about the future for the next generation. So a net zero or LEED-based home fits that bill. You cut wasteful spending on utilities, you rely less on uncertain energy grids, and you help leave a lighter mark on the world. That's just not a marketing pitch. That's the synergy many families find appealing once they actually run the real numbers. Now, is it a perfect solution? Of course not. Net zero might be overkill for some older neighborhoods, and unless you're doing a major rebuild. LEED documentation can, quite frankly, often feel complicated. But the results are real. Robust, future-proof dwellings that shelter you comfortably while trimming your carbon load. If you want to test the waters, just start with a small step, like seal the leaks around the windows and doors. Upgrade to a high-efficiency furnace or install a few solar panels. Track your energy usage changes and see if the notion of pushing further into net zero or LEED resonates. Does it make sense? Should you decide to build or renovate extensively, you'll be better positioned to adopt those deeper design principles. Before we go here, I just want to give you one final story. A local family here built a 3,500 square foot net zero home outside Calgary. full solar array, triple pane windows, thick insulation. They added radiant floor heating in every room, plus basement recreation center with electric heating strips for extra warmth. Despite the big footprint, their annual utility cost was shockingly low. They told me they've never felt so at ease with both comfort and finances. Visitors expect something futuristic, industrial looking, but the house appears like a charming, modern farmhouse. It's the kind of living that makes you question why more folks aren't jumping into it. In the end, sustainable luxury in Alberta might sound like a fairy tale, but real families are living in net zero or LEED homes that combine style and low bills. The technology is proven enough. So, if you're considering a new build or a major remodel, you can harness these principles. You'll spend a little bit more upfront, but you'll get the comfort, the future-proof design, and better resale prospects, let alone lowering your monthly energy bills. So don't let skepticism or old stereotypes hold you back. By melding eco-friendly methods with high-end finishes, you'll achieve a place that's both practical and sophisticated. It's a real option if you want your dream home in Calgary's fierce climate, minus the giant monthly energy tabs we all face. And if you're curious, we at MasterCraft Renovations have seen the payoff firsthand for more than a few clients. So ask us anything about net zero design, LEED steps, or advanced HVAC systems. We're here to help you shape a home that's strong, comfortable, and at the same time, built for tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. Looking forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.